Medfit Rehab founder Joanne James is a medical exercise specialist. Medfit Rehab, restoring strength and movement, making a difference in people's lives. 647-259-5481. Columbus Center, Athletic Department, Dufferin and Lawrence, medfitrehab.com. If you're suffering from a host of medical problems, diabetes, osteoporosis, neurological, cardiovascular disorders, or cancer, Joanne James, medical exercise specialist for over 25 years, can develop an exercise program that will make your post-rehab effective and inspiring. Medfit Rehab will provide a hands-on, professionally supervised conditioning program. Medfit Rehab, Columbus Center, Athletic Department, Dufferin and Lawrence, 647-259-5481, medfitrehab.com. Hi, Joanne. Nice to have you back.
Thanks, Zelda. How are you?
I'm good. Nice to have you talking to us about so many important things. Now, do you experience neck pain during or after exercise? I experience euphoria. Okay. You know what? I told you, as soon as I get upset about something and I work out, I start feeling a whole lot better. Why is that?
Well, in this case, it's probably the endorphins that are coursing through your veins. Some people are really fortunate. They have a lot more endorphins in their system or that are produced when they exercise than other people. It's like when they talk about those runners that hit the wall and or they keep going through and then finally they get to the other side and it feels great. That's your kind of endorphins kicking in. Now, that's not going to kick in if you have a neck strain or any kind of neck pain after exercise. You're lucky that you have that endorphin. You have that endorphin hit. But when we look at neck strains, that's really a result of either poor form, poor technique, straining. In some cases, people sleep bad the night before. That's not a normal thing to have during and after an exercise. It just means that you've done something wrong. And you need to have that activity or that movement evaluated or assessed by somebody who can look at your form and determine whether you're doing something incorrect. So, for instance, sit-ups is the most common way that people strain their neck muscles. I don't know if you've seen that in gyms where people have their hands behind their head, and then their chin is right on their chest, and they're just yanking away at their head. And now they've applied in unbelievable force to the cervical spine, which eventually also strains the neck muscles as well. So that's abnormal, and it shouldn't be done. Too much load on the spine, and as a result, after the workout, if they haven't experienced it during the workout, after the workout, they experience neck pain. That's probably the most common when it comes to exercising in a gym.
So what would you suggest for that type of workout then?
Well, first, abdominal exercises, people don't need to lift their head up off the ground to get a really good abdominal exercise. So one of the things that we do at Medfit is when we evaluate your neck strength, the strength of your neck, and then from there, if abdominals is a key body part or the core muscles require strengthening, then what we do is we evaluate that, assess that, and then from there we design an abdominal exercise program for you, not utilizing the neck, but using more of the core muscles to make sure that you don't strain the neck muscles. Yeah, that's key. It's how you do the exercise, the technique. Most people don't recognize that their head is anywhere from 8 to 10 pounds plus. And so can you imagine holding your head, then yanking your head? Those things people don't understand, but once they're educated and they know what and how to do the exercise, then they don't have the neck pain.
Wouldn't that also constitute headaches? Because we talked about headaches a while back. The neck pain would result in a headache?
Absolutely. Because of the muscle soreness, that could result in that. Other serious injuries to keep in mind, too, that could result in a headache would be if you have a pinched nerve or a degenerative disc, or they call it tetanus. Those are things that can cause neck pain as well. So if your neck pain doesn't go away within 2, maximum 3 days, then it needs to be looked at for sure. You may have injured it seriously, or you may have other issues that need to be looked at and evaluated by a medical professional. But when it comes to just exercising correctly, you need to learn how to exercise safely for your neck so that you don't create any long-term effects.
I think that if you have the wrong information, you're doing the wrong. It's interesting because I was doing something yesterday and one of the trainers came over and said, I don't think that's the right way you really want to do it. And so I, for a minute, thought, oh, well, maybe I'm wrong. And I listened. And then I had my trainer, who's part of the Columbus, part of your team, come over to me and say, no. The reason you were doing it the way you were doing it was the reason. Do you know what I mean? So if you don't get the right information from the right person, you're doing it wrong.
Right. And I guess everybody's situation is different, which is why we like to customize everybody's programs. And what do we tell people is what we instruct and tell you how to do this exercise. We explain to you why we're having you do this exercise that way. It could be because you have a neck problem, why we're asking you to do an exercise in a particular way.
Okay.
So sometimes friends and trainers come along and say, well, do it this way.
Yeah,
and
right. And
you
it's
have to
wrong.
be able to,
You have to be
and
strong
then you end up
enough.
doing it wrong.
Right.
You got it. You got to be strong enough to say, hey,
listen, Medfit showed me how to do it, and that's the only person I'm following. Joanne, thank you very much. Talk to you tomorrow. Have a super day.
No problem. Have a great day.
Bye. Joanne James, founder and medical exercise specialist of Medfit Rehab, will improve your overall health through medical exercise. Contact Joanne James, 647-259-5481, Columbus Center Athletic Department, Dufferin and Lawrence, medfitrehab.com.